Good evening, everyone. Here I am, Hibernate, and today we're going to learn about Hibernate. Um, the last time we have seen about how to configure GDBC, and we have been using GDBC in our daily programming activities. In the code, saving, deleting, and updating. So here we are with Hibernate. And what we're going to see tonight is how to do what you have been doing, CRUD, which is create, update, delete, and pretty much things related to displaying and manipulating data. And this we are going to do it using Hibernate. I chose to use the same project that you have been doing about a stock manager demonstration. And what we're going to see is the difference between Hibernate and GDBC and why you should choose Hibernate instead of GDBC. So what you're going to do is to see how to do all these things that this project does using Hibernate. By giving you an overview of how this project works, this project it can save data, it can save types of foods that you want to save, and you can give it rice, then quantity you can choose maybe 2, quality very good, price I don't know the prices, then you also put a date. You can this is a project that shows the things that were added in the stock, and when you hit save, the product is saved in the database, and then it is also retrieved from the database and displayed in the table. So by hitting or clicking on every button or every row of the table, by clicking on a row in the table, the data from the table is selected and put back in the input fields. Then from there, you can modify whatever you want. For example, if I want to change from 2 to 5 in the quantity of this meat, this type of meat, where the name is fish 212, if I want to change the quantity from 2 to 5, then say that it is good, and the price, let me say like 5,000. By hitting update, the data is updated in the database, and then it is also retrieved from the database and displayed back here in the table. So by doing that, you can also delete a row in the database, and by clicking delete, that row is deleted from the database, and then the table here in the graphical user interface is also updated. Well, by also clicking on these buttons these rows, the data that you have clicked on. So by clicking on a row in this table, and you have seen that whenever we click on a row in this table, data is displayed back in the original input fields. You might want to reset or clean these input fields so that you might, for example, put something or save a new row of data, fresh data. So what you do is use this button of reset, then you remove this input data from these input fields. So this is what we did using GDBC. So we're going to try to do these using Hibernate, and we will see the difference and the way Hibernate simplifies life into Java programming. So um, what you're going to do next, before we could start with the programming, we're going to see what you're going to do tonight. We're going to first start by like this. Those are things that we are going to do. So we are expected to be having a database, any database. So if you use Postgres, of course you should have your Postgres uh, GDBC, your Postgres GDBC driver in the library. So if you use MySQL, you use MySQL GDBC driver, Oracle, and whatever kind of database, we will use a database. And then the newest things that we're going to add in Hibernate, which will help us to simplify life, is the file called Hibernate configuration file. And then we add the Hibernate utility class, and then we add the Hibernate API or Hibernate library. And these should actually come first, and then from there we will then start code. We will program the way data will be manipulated using this DAO class by writing methods for saving, methods for updating and deleting data. And you also write methods for retrieving data from the database. And from here, it is where we will see how easy Hibernate is. And then finally, we will also go modify the codes in the graphical user interface on the buttons, where we say, like, if I click this save button, what will happen? And I guess we have seen these into more details when we are learning GDBC. So in this project, I assume that we know most of the most important things about how to use graphical user interfaces. So we will not go so deep into uh, so many things. But then before starting, I would like to go into a short overview of how the graphical user interface works, in case someone is not familiar with the graphical user interface and how data is saved and retrieved in the graphical user interfaces using graphical user interfaces. They will learn from there. So how the way this graphical user interface works is this is a G-frame form. So if you want to create a new G-frame form or the similar form, you will use a G-frame form. It is the one I have here. This is called a G-frame form, and it is found in this view class, in this view package, I'm sorry. And then we also have this utility package, model, and controller. These packages are always used, so you do not need to delete them. Something that can be a little bit confusing, it is this G-frame form. So how to create this G-frame form? You first of all have to have a G-frame form. These are labels, stock manager, and all these are labels. This is a table, and this is a J calendar. I mean a J date chooser tool, and this is a text field. This is a combo box, and these are buttons. So you see, there's nothing special from this graphical user interface. And another note you should do, or something you should note, is that before doing anything, you need to change variable names for these components, these combo box, text fields, and these buttons, and also this table, and pretty much everything that you need in this project. You have to change their usernames. So the next video we start working with the project or having in mind what you're going to do. Thank you.